After like about 3-4 months, the radio called us. In my head, I'm like, yo, you get on the radio, you on. That's not the case. They take us off the radio, right? No kidding. The next morning, they called us to the radio station. It was like, yo, y'all got to sign with us.
This was their way of strong arming.
This is when I found out about masonry and all this type of stuff. Like, it's like
Dolo's potentially inducted.
I may have a connection to the Bohemian Grove. It's a long story.
All this shit
we'll get
real.
into it one day.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the humans.
Started it so I don't have to get back up, you know?
You'll find the podcast is much better with your shoes off. It's more breathable.
and rainwater.
And rainwater in a can.
Little rainwater.
Hey, it was raining yesterday. I just, I refilled. You know what I'm saying?
No phthalates. You're not going to find any phthalates in there.
Phthalates?
Phthalates, yeah.
What
Is
the
that
hell?
estrogen?
That's something that comes from plastic. More commonly, temperature, heated up or cooled down plastic when your water's sitting in a bottle.
It's a byproduct.
And then it's sitting in a truck, and that truck gets hot, and that water bottle gets hot. The phthalates get into the water. You drink the water.
Adds flavor, though.
The phthalates shrink your taint, and this is where Alex Jones decided that the frogs were turning gay because of the phthalates.
Frogs are super gay right now.
I don't know what y'all talking about. How the hell does water turn into
Gay frogs.
gay frogs?
They consume it, and
So
it makes them gay.
let's get into this episode. Episode 82, the Strategy and Dolo Show, the Party with Strategy podcast. We have a very special guest. YouTube did send us an email, and they did say that it is the month of February, and you have not hit your diversity quota.
Yeah.
So we had to
Yeah.
get my mans on the show.
They have to get Trini in the building.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, champ.
So for those who might not know, Cliassy
FP.
Cliassy FP. Trinidad, born and raised.
Trinidadian. You already know.
Let's go, champ. A little soca in the soul.
Yes, sir.
Soca on the sofa.
Yes, sir.
We're out here, baby.
Soca on the sofa.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So are you from the same area as Anarchy or?
Nah, he from the South.
Okay.
He from the South. I don't go South. Like, nah.
No.
Is it like a battle? Is it like Chicago is like North versus
Nah,
South kind of
it's
thing?
it's like, it's really different. Even though it's like a small island, it's like whoever's on the West, like, just stay West. Whoever on the East, stay
You
East.
kind of stick to your area.
Yeah, you just stick to your area.
Is it dangerous not to, or is it just like he's
Nah,
just like, I don't know.
I could go South. I just don't know nobody South.
It's
So
like, why would I?
Yeah, like, absolutely not. I ain't going out there.
Is the okay? So like, for instance, in Houston, right? There's a big cultural difference between the North Side and the South Side. More so back in the day, like the South Side fade versus the North Side braids and so on, etc. You can go.
Yeah.
Is it a similar situation in Trinidad? Are the cultures different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of more Indians on the South Side.
All right.
Down South, and I mean, it's cool. I go down there sometimes, but unless like somebody invite me, I ain't going.
Who's got the best parties though in Trinidad? If I'm trying to find a proper dance hall function, get down, where am I
All
going?
the parties in the West, everybody know that.
The West, that's where it's at.
Yeah, facts.
They got the bad bitches.
Yeah.
So bad gas.
Yeah, facts. But also that the West Side is where the capital is Port of Spain, so
Okay.
it's just natural that all the parties is gonna be there. Don't get me wrong, like, it does have parties like down south, but I ain't never been to one. I'm pretty sure it's lit though.
For sure.
Okay, so and you said you're going back on Monday because they're doing the yearly-
Carnival Monday. I'll be there.
Oh, is that this Monday?
It is this Monday.
So okay, so as a young boy looking on videos that I could find on the internet that have tits, the carnivals came up a lot.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of like feathers and tits and ass and people just fucking in the street. Is it really like that, or is that just like for the videos?
Nah, that's not for the videos. It's wild.
This is like Trinidad's Mardi Gras. Paint me a picture here. What's happening?
Yeah. Like, I mean, how y'all would describe it is kind of like Mardi Gras. They have costumes and stuff like that. Like we call it bands. So like you got a band,
And it's like a street festival kind of thing?
Yeah, all through Port of Spain. So like, let's say us three, we a band. We're gonna come up with our costume, You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? We could invite people in our band.
So you're not actually playing music. You're just a band.
Nah, we're not.
A band is like a group.
Brothers.
Correct.
Okay, a band. You're
Yeah,
banding together.
You know what I'm saying? We got our uniforms. We might have some ladies in our band. And
Okay.
we rolling. That's how we rolling.
Now, is this a bringing sand to the beach kind of thing? If the ladies in your band, that's your girl for the night, or is it just
Nah,
like, these
nah.
are the homies?
Yeah.
So she could be getting
intermingling.
bust down by anybody.
Anybody.
Okay.
I mean, you could find one. I mean, you know what I'm saying, in the band. Like if you and Shorty vibing, then that's
How
what it
often
is.
does the fucking happen in the street? I need to know. Is it really going down?
I've never seen.
I've seen it on video. So I imagine it's
I've seen
happening.
it on video too. I'm gonna find out Monday.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out Monday. I ain't never seen it. Like, this is my second time. Like, I spent 19. I left when I was 19, and you know, growing up, I was like, you know, in the, you know, very religious. So like, I wasn't really allowed to go. So now this is gonna be my second time that I've gone. The first time, you know, I ain't really had no bread like that. I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, we was on some outside.
Right.
We was just looking in.
Outside looking in.
Investigative journalism.
Yeah. Now it's like,
Now you're
whatever,
ready to turn up.
Yeah, whatever I want to do, I'm gonna do it. So, you know,
So
I'm
does-
gonna find out.
Does Carnival, like Mardi Gras, have a religious
Correct.
reasoning?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
is it
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday? Is it based around that?
Nah, it's not. Yeah, well, nah. Well, it is religious wise, a Catholic thing, and Ash Wednesday is when, you know, everything you're supposed to go get forgiven for whatever.
So this is right before it, which is like Mardi Gras, right?
Right.
Fat Tuesday, get fucked up,
Yeah.
do all the sins,
Facts.
get your ashes, and
Facts.
fast.
Facts.
It's a little reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to
So-
balanced.
Jews, you guys have anything like that?
We don't have that.
Well, that's a point for the Catholics. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let y'all know how that was. All right.
Yes, sir.
So I'm
Hell
gonna find out.
All right, well, let's get into it, man. I want to talk about Houston. I want to talk about music. Before this, we were having a conversation about BeatStars that was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
You were telling me your story. Let's get a little timeline going. If you've ever seen the show, that's kind of how we do it. We try and set a timeline. We'll stray away. It happens without even trying, and then we got to reel it back in. So
All right.
let's talk.
Let's start from the beginning.
All right.
A young Trinidadian.
Yeah, Trinidadian.
A young Trinidadian wanting to. Did you always want to be a rapper? What was?
Nah, like I always wanted to play soccer.
Okay.
So I told myself, I was like, look, I'm either gonna make it playing soccer, or I'm gonna be like an analyst, a sports analyst. One of the two things. That was my like goal. Like that's what I'm finna do.
Now, were you thinking of staying in Trinidad for that, or you're thinking like, I want to go to the States for that?
The lucky part for me was I had my papers since I was a kid. So like I always, my grandmother had got it for me and my brother. So we always had a green card. So every year I'll fly up to New York. So my dad got a job actually working for Dell in Austin. So we spent like
Dell, the computer company?
Yeah, facts. You know
Dude, you're getting a Dell.
Yeah, they based in Austin.
Was that a commercial?
You don't remember, dude? You're getting a
It
Dell.
sounds
That was the
like-
thing.
Yeah. That was, but
That was the
I
thing.
can't really remember it. But they based in Austin, so we was there for like 2.5 years. So I kind of got exposed to like Texas, and I'm like, man, I kind of like it here because if you only know East Coast, like, and you come out here, you like, man, this different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's so
You got
big.
room to
It's so-
breathe.
It's
Yeah.
so big because I mean, up there, man, everything's congested.
What part of New York were you in?
Brooklyn.
Okay. What part of Brooklyn do you remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember where my grandmother stayed. I can't remember. I just knew it was Brooklyn. They
Yeah.
all looked the same. Everything just looked the same. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
there's a lot of Trinidad and just West Indies
Nah.
people in Brooklyn and like Flatbush.
Because that's all we know. Man, listen, when I was in school growing up, like, we literally just said New York. We did not know it was a whole state.
Like the United States was just New York. It
Facts.
was like
That's all. I didn't
New
know
York.
nothing else.
Well, yeah,
I
you
promise
probably had no reason to go to fucking Syracuse when you get off the fucking plane. You're like, let's go to Buffalo and
Yeah.
fucking shovel snow. I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, we didn't know nothing about that. It was just New York. That's it. Like, then as I got older, my dad.
why was that? Because of like hip hop culture, or like what? Because of like
No, because everybody.
It's a funnel. So what I learned was the flights. So the flights was only going to Miami or New York from
Okay.
Trinidad. So it's
So they
like,
don't have like a direct flight to Arizona or some shit.
hell no,
Okay.
nah. So it's just like anybody that wanted to get out, like they just went to New York.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
that makes
So
sense.
That's just like, that's just how it was. And then, Miami, New York, that's it. And we didn't even know the states. I didn't know no states or nothing. I just knew New York and Miami sometimes, So growing up, that's all I knew. So
And then Pop starts working for Dell. You see what part? Austin you were in?
yeah, we was in Austin, Round Rock.
What do you think about Austin? Well, I've never been.
It's weird, like they said, keep Austin weird.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's
yeah.
different.
Let's just keep it that way, huh?
It's different. It's not a.
Let's not spread that ideology.
This guy
Let's
hates
just-
Austin.
I don't hate Austin. I've never been to Austin. I
Y'all
just,
from you from the shot. Like you should not be in Austin.
yeah, I'm not. I have no reason to go to Austin. This guy likes to go there because he loves people watching. He loves people with blue hair, and there's a lot of them there, from what I understand.
I like talking
Yeah.
shit, and there's a lot to talk shit about over there.
In fact,
That's good.
you gonna. Hey, look, you go to Austin, and like the first 5 minutes you there, you gonna see some weird shit. You are gonna be like,
Yeah.
Is it like the San Francisco of Texas? Would you say?
nah, because I've been to San Francisco.
What would you compare it to?
Austin?
Yeah,
Shit, I don't.
it's a
even,
very it's a good place for creatives, right? Is it?
yeah. It's
Which,
like
honestly, okay, look, confession. All right, I'm gonna be real.
Here we go.
I kind of want to check out Austin.
You should.
I shit on it a lot.
should.
I shouldn't because I've never been there. I just kind of like after COVID, like hated people that wear masks, and I figure there's a lot of
Go to
people there wearing masks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like I just want to stay away from that.
Well, I'll be honest. I did have an interaction recently, a little 5 a.m., cat's dinner date with a woman that works at one of the establishments that we DJ at. Bottle
Date at
service
5 a.m.?
woman. Yeah.
After work, you
You
know.
know.
oh yeah. Okay.
She's a single mother, 2 children. Her baby daddy recently stabbed her, tried to murder her. You know the type.
Yeah, classic.
And
Did-
she
really?
gave me a whole lecture on how being liberal is amazing and I need to be a liberal. And like,
Yeah,
I'm just, I
regretted
I
it.
felt
Right?
like you in that moment.
And you were grinding your teeth like, give me some pussy.
I was like,
It's 5 a.m. What are we talking
I'm
about?
trying so hard to tread lightly. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, well,
I'm only- I'm
these
only
things
here.
it's crazy out here.
Yeah.
You're right.
You
You're
should have.
right.
What you should have did was become liberal right then and there.
Be like,
yeah.
pop out a mask out of your
Yeah,
back and be like, let's
Yeah,
go.
and then after that, you just be right back to who you were.
But
Yeah.
it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. I did it. I did it for the pussy. I didn't argue her.
Did you get the pussy?
I got the pussy, and
So that's-
I would
that's
have
so
rather.
nice.
I would have rather argued with her at the diner. Would have been
See,
more.
that's how you know you're getting old. When you'd rather argue than get pussy. That's pretty much being married. You know what I'm saying?
But Austin is kind of like, I would say, it's very musical. Not really so much to the hip hop, but it's very musical. They got a lot of loud bands, a lot of dope stuff that's going on for music wise. So I would say, like, if you're really not in the hip hop like that, anything else like Austin, like, yeah, for sure.
Well, during South by Southwest, some hip hop groups come down, right?
Yeah, facts. South by, but South by is not even like how it used to be too. Like it used to be like the thing. Like South by.
I can remember
what's up.
in Chicago, like people going down to South by, like this is how you make it. Like you go down there and all that.
That was facts. It was
A&Rs were
facts,
there
though.
and you're gonna
Like,
get
bro,
spotted or whatever.
Bro, that's literally facts. I think that's how Megan Thee Stallion got. She went down to South by Southwest. They went down there. You know what I'm saying? She killed it or whatever.
She would walk around with that big old horse
Yeah,
ass.
I think she
and-
already had a buzz though, but she went down there and shit started, starting to take off. But like that's what it was. Like back then it was like, yo, like you get on South by Southwest, you get on one of the shows, like you got a shot. Cause
Yeah.
everybody was coming.
Yeah.
Kanye had his own tent for like 3 days and type of shit. Like, the Fatal Fort type shit. Like, facts.
Rest in peace to Kanye.
He's still rocking.
I mean,
he's not the same guy.
He's here in the flesh, but not in the spirit. We'll
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And-
Fact.
I want to get into that, but more so I want to get into what we were talking about earlier, because you were dropping some good game on the music industry itself, and you said that you had gotten a shot at doing it. You were working in the development program with a record company and all this, and I'll let you take over, but I definitely want to get into that.
So, okay. So you did ask how it all get started. All right, cool. So I had a couple friends, a couple homies. One who I still rap with. Well, actually, I still make music with. I got into making beats. So I was like, hey, man, I'm pretty good at this. Because I was like, hey, like, at that particular time you come home, you watching Rap City 106 in Park.
Oh, yes.
You kind of feeling it, like, man, I could do that.
Well, I never thought that, but I loved watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought to myself, I was like, I could do that. So I was like, you know what? I don't really like the limelight. I'm gonna let my homies rap. I'm gonna learn how to make beats, write songs, and mix. That was my thing. YouTube just came out. So instead, I didn't.
So let's put a timeline. What are we talking? Early 2000s?
06.
Okay, 2006. So this is when Big Ticket was on there.
Facts.
Right.
This
The
05,
basement.
06. Yeah, like making music, right? Well, I'm making the beats and shit. Like,
What were you using? Fruity Loops?
I was using
You're
Fruity Loops.
on Fruity Loops?
I was using
Okay.
Fruity Loops. So I'm learning how to make beats. I'm using Fruity Loops. And fast forward 08, right? 08 come, Lil Wayne makes Lollipop. So I looked at the, what I'll do is if I like a song, I'll go and look to see who made the song, who wrote it, who produced it, all of that. So I do that because obviously Lollipop was like, what, number one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big song.
Yeah.
That
For a
beat
long
goes
time.
hard, too.
Right, so I'm like, damn, who the fuck made this shit?
Oh,
So
you
I
didn't
go-
even know Lil Wayne at the moment.
Yeah, I
at the
did.
time.
I
Oh,
did.
okay.
But you just heard the beat and
I heard the beat, so I know somebody made the beat.
Okay, yeah.
And Static Major was singing the hook. So I looked to see, you know, because a lot of these songs that y'all see the rapper, y'all don't know who actually made the song. Like, yeah, he rapped his lyrics, but it's a whole compilation that made that song.
wait, so Static Major did the hook?
Yeah. So
I always thought that was Lil Wayne singing the hook.
it was Static Major.
He was singing or he wrote it?
He wrote
Shawty
it.
wanna
So-
yeah, I guess see something.
I did my research, right? So Static, I become like infatuated with Static Major. Like, I'm like, oh, this.
If I had a gun to my head and they said name 3 Static Major songs, I'm taking the bullet because I got no fucking clue.
I'm in the same boat.
He wrote like every Pretty Ricky song.
Okay, you know what? The older when I was younger, I was like, man, pretty Ricky beats. Okay, that's corny. Now I listen to Pretty Ricky, I'm like, this is a fucking
It's
bang.
hard,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
Static.
Hotline, that's a fucking
All
classic.
like a lot of Aaliyah stuff he wrote.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Aaliyah stuff.
So is he like the Dream kind of?
yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But to me, it's like he kind of dope. But Dream go hard too.
Hold on, don't come on a
Dream
man
is
like that.
crazy.
Nah,
Dream is crazy.
I fuck
bro.
with your Dream though. Like, that's my guy.
The
Like,
Dream is
I fuck-
crazy.
but you're
I
saying.
gravitated to Dream after like Static died or whatever. But he died like shortly after.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So shortly after Lollipop. I'm happy we talk about this because a lot of people don't know this because they always ask like, why is your album's name Dinner Time, right? So shortly after he died, right, and I'm like infatuated with him. I'm going all over his shit. So I found out like now,
Pause.
huh?
What?
So hey, LimeWire is out, right?
Right.
LimeWire is out. I'm able to download all his reference tracks. So I'm hearing the tracks. I'm listening to him make it, and then I'm listening to.
Wait, you could download reference tracks?
If
on
you
LimeWire?
knew to look for them, you could find some of them. Like I heard like some
See,
Biggie
yeah,
reference
I
tracks.
missed that.
Yeah.
I missed
he
that.
had a whole tape of everything that he was sending to the lake. Shit was crazy. It's like you really hacking this shit.
Well, okay, real quick, and for anyone watching who wants to know what a reference track is, that's when a songwriter or a producer they'll basically rap the song or sing the song
Right.
the way that they envision it being sung or rapped, and then they give it to the artist, and the artist kind of follows the blueprint.
to use as a reference for the song.
Right.
I have heard Architect play.
The Crush on You one?
Yeah, with Biggie's
He literally
doing,
Lil C's and Lil Kim's verses. He did like pretty much all Lil Kim's verses, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
so-
is crazy because then you're like picturing Biggie talking about sucking dick and stuff. And you're like,
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
switch it up.
but then
It's
again-
just an idea.
and Biggie
like-
said a
he's
lot
like,
of sus stuff.
He's like, I wrote these rhymes and I just can't say them. We got to get a girl on
Well,
the team.
now let me say something. Rest in peace to Biggie. I'm a
Yeah,
huge Biggie fan, but he did say a lot of sus things even in his own
Hey,
letters.
give it to Kim.
He was like, "You look so good, I'll suck on your daddy's dick." Listen, I've seen a lot of hot girls in my day. Never seen a girl hot enough to suck her dad's dick though.
Nah.
I definitely have.
Okay, well that's easy for you to say. You're
Oh, yeah.
gay, so
Yeah,
it's a little
for
different.
sure.
Yeah, so hey man, so he was planning on releasing a album, his first album. It was called Supper Time. So in honor of him, I was like, look, every tape that I drop by myself, if I do one, it's gonna be called, I'm gonna flip it to Dinner Time. Just, similar supper dinner. Dinner sounds more like, up to date. So that's just why I just rocked with that. So I come back to the States, and I'm like, all right, I'm finna do music. It's the 3 of us. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make these beats, I'm gonna write these songs, y'all write y'all lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And we go from there. So said, so done. Like after, what, I would say 6 months, we was on the radio. Like, we was on the radio. Shit was moving.
Where were you living at the time?
Austin.
You're living in Austin.
Yeah.
You're making music. How did you get onto the radio?
Were you on a label or?
Nah. So listen, my best friend, his mom, she an actor. So she kind of like was pushing us and believing us. So
She had some connections.
not necessarily connections at the time, but she believed in us, and they had the money to fund us for like our equipment. Like, you know, she bought us a Mac, you know what I'm saying? She bought us, you know, mics and stuff, like, and equipment to like package our CDs. So what we would do is like, I will mix, right? We record, I'll mix it, we'll label it up, package it, start passing them out. We'll go to every morning. We would hit the mall, the radio, and like the streets. Like we'll go downtown Austin, pass out our mixtapes and whatever. After like about 3-4 months, the radio called us. It's like, yo, like, you know, we like this song, like we finna put it on the radio. So, oh shit, word. He was like, yeah, we got this thing called Hot or Not. Like people, you know, the fans gonna rate your song. If the song's good, they're gonna keep it on. Right? So, you know, at that particular time, you know, we kind of had a name for ourselves. So, you know, especially they went to school out there too. So, you know, we had like a lot of core fans. So our song was, let's say, on the radio for like maybe a week. And then that's where politics started. Which I'm like 19 at the time. I don't know. I'm thinking like, you get on the radio, you on.
Yeah.
Nah.
Bring that mic with you a little bit if you turn.
Yeah,
They're cheap mics. You got to really.
I got you. So in my head, I'm like, yo, you get on the radio, you on. That's not the case. They take us off the radio, right? We pissed because like,
You got blackballed by a label or what?
so let me tell you what happened. I wouldn't say blackball, but what happened is, so when you vote, you can see the results. So we were up like, let's say, I would say 60-40. It was like a number like that. It was 65 something, right? They take us off the radio.
Vote by who? Who's voting?
Like the fans.
Okay.
People listening to
Yeah,
the
so
radio.
you know back.
So like when they would have like the top 10 or whatever?
Yeah, so you
Okay.
could vote. So and you could like text the number. You know, they would like text the number to vote, whatever.
Yeah.
And they would send you back a text message with the results. So we could see the results. They come on the radio and say like at the end of the week, they was like, like they ain't make it. We was like, what? Like this is confusing, right? No kidding. The next morning, they called us to the radio station. It was like, yo, y'all gotta sign with us.
This was their way of strong arm.
Facts. We 19, right? So we, you know, we like, yo, like we ain't got no.
It's a dirty game.
It's a dirty game.
It's a dirty
Yeah.
game. Someone.
So the label owned the radio station?
We didn't know who owned the radio station. The dude that was working for them, they had their own management company, right? So and they already plugged in. Like this is when I found out about masonry and all this type of stuff. Like this shit.
I don't even know about
Freemasons?
Yeah, that shit real. Like
Oh, I thought you were joking. I'm okay.
I'm dead ass serious. Like
Dolo's potentially inducted.
Well, I may have a connection to the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a long story.
All this shit
We'll get
real.
into it one day.
they like, yo, like y'all gotta sign with us. Like we like, I mean, shit. All right, cool. Like we ain't got no other church. What else we gonna do, right? Cool. I kid you not. Soon as we sign with them, their management company, shit just starts shaking. Like we getting all types. Like everywhere we go, we got access to. We good. We good everywhere. You know, South by Southwest.
What's the name of this of your group at the time?
First Class Fresh.
First Class Fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts. So we didn't even need to sign up for South by Southwest. Like we automatically got shows.
Because your management's already plugged in with that.
Yeah, we automatically
That's
got
that. See that? I mean, that's good management. Unlike what me and Strategy experienced one time when we paid a publicist to steal
Yeah.
our money.
We hired a PR lady, and it was just
Man, that shit happens a lot though. Like
Yeah.
we done got burned enough times. So
You
like,
gotta watch out.
yeah, that shit happens enough times now. So after that, we get a call. Well, I get a call.
So wait, what? So what's on this deal? They tell you, hey, you got to sign with us.
I can't remember.
Well, that's
But
your
nothing
first
too-
problem.
Nothing too enticing though.
You
right?
gotta know what's on the
Bro,
paper.
I'm 19. Bro.
Yeah, no, you're
I'm
right.
fresh off the island. I don't know shit.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
kind of like you're probably like, oh, this is how it go. Like this is
Yeah.
how you start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking-
like I'm literally like, yo, like I came here to make music,
Yeah.
not work a job. Like I swear to God, I worked at a shoe store for like 3 months, and I was like, man, hell nah.
What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I'm like, nah. So I quit, and I was just selling beats. My dad was like sending me like $200 a month. I was just living off that and selling beats. And then next thing you know, we got the opportunity, and we just started growing from there.
So, but at what point do you realize that like, oh, these guys, like, this may not be the best deal. You had to
they started
start
controlling our
realizing,
music,
right?
Yeah. They started trying to control our music, and like we couldn't like make what we wanted to make. So, and unless we made what they wanted us to make, then they was like, all right, this ain't happening. So we started. There was a lot of friction there too, and luckily we got out of it. Was the whole deal I was talking to you about earlier. I get a phone call from my dad's friend that lives in Atlanta. He like, bro, I know an A&R that work for Universal. I want y'all to come out here for a weekend, and I want y'all to present, you know, yourselves to him. Cool. So we drive out there. Long ass drive, by the way. We drive out there. Yo, Atlanta crazy. If y'all don't know now why all these artists keep coming out from Atlanta, like I know why. It's a whole funnel. And
It's like a training ground.
yeah, it's like a funnel, like, and it's gonna keep coming.
Because all the labels are there, right? So
Not only that, it's like they are set up like, yo, we show up. Mind you, this is 2011, 2010, 2011. So like, since then till now, like, you know, back then Future wasn't even. I knew about Future. Nobody else did because I'm in Atlanta, and like you seeing this dude like, you know, regularly, and so we show up. And they got a whole American Idol setup. Swear to God.
this is not televised, or
This is not televised. This is they do this every Wednesday. I don't know if they still do it, but they do it every
Like
Wednesday.
this particular label you're talking about?
Nah, this is just whoever runs it, right?
It's
And
like
do you remember what it was called?
nah.
Okay.
Because we wasn't invited. We was just
This is
there.
like the Fight Club of underground
Facts.
artists
And
coming on.
Mind you, but the judges is like big time judges.
So you could really get put on.
Yes, facts. These are big time. These like big
This isn't
time.
for TV. This is like legit. We're
The
looking
judges
for
is
artists.
like you like a executive for a fucking Bad Boy or something.
Right.
Like and it's us three or us four just sitting here judging these
Yeah.
artists. Man, I'm like, oh,
and at the end of the show, I could be like, "Yo, I'm gonna sign them." Boom, boom, boom.
correct.
like a Shark Tank.
It's but
essentially.
a real life Shark Tank, not just.
Correct.
I mean, not that they don't really buy into the
do make
things,
those deals,
but
yeah.
I'm saying this is like no. This is just for.
Facts.
See, you're not gonna find that in
You're not gonna find
Kansas.
it here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like Houston should be doing stuff like that.
Well,
But
I'll be honest. I think it compared to Chicago, Houston has a lot more opportunity to get put on because Chicago was kind of like on a like a. I don't want to say a wasteland. That's a bad term. I mean, a lot of artists come out of there,
Yeah.
but like there's no major labels there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta has major labels. LA has major labels. New York has major labels. Chicago has a lot of people. But there's not a lot of like places to go. Like when Kanye got on, everybody knows he had to go to New York to get put on, right?
facts.
And then so on, etc. Most artists don't live there. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of like get on, rep it, and
get out,
move out. Yeah.
Nah, this shit was crazy. So we sitting there and they're like, yeah, like you know, the dude showing us like, yo, this is competition. Is like for 6 weeks and we just keep it going and whoever wins they get a deal type shit. But then they put us on the spot. They're like, yo, we got a special guest. We want y'all to perform. So shit, we get on the stage, we perform. Then the judges, one of the judges get up and critique our performance, right? They're like, yo, y'all gonna do it again? And do this, you do that. Y'all singing like this.
Are they kind of trying to see if you're coachable?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had to perform it again. I ain't gonna lie. The second time we performed that shit, after, yo, the shit was live. Shit was lit.
Like they knew exactly what you needed.
Facts.
That's dope.
On the spot, right?
So that's priceless. Even if you wouldn't have got signed, or I don't know if you got signed, but even if you got nothing else from it, you got a life lesson coaching of like
Facts.
how to fucking reformulate your sound.
But this how they put it to us. Like after God met up, he was like, man, what's your name? It's like First Class Fresh. He's like, man, I like the name already. He's like, look, I'm an A&R for Universal. He was like, this is what I want y'all to do. Like, I want y'all to come out here once a month, right? And I'm gonna put y'all in our artist development camp. After the camp, if everything work out, then y'all get y'all deal. Said bet. So on our way back to Austin, we like, bro, like we ain't got no money to be coming out here once a month.
Yeah.
Shit, we may as well just move out here. You know, if it's that serious, you know, we go home. You know, we run it by our parents and stuff like that. You know, they got in contact with the people over there, and you know, we ended up moving.
No shit.
Yeah, so we was in the development camp for a year. We didn't see. I didn't see some shit for a year, bro.
Explain to us what goes down in an artist development camp.
Yeah, I got to imagine it's like the ultimate fighter.
Yeah, right.
But like for rappers.
It was a lot of R&B singers. It's really catered to R&B and singers, right? We just happened to be there because we were pretty raw. And the difference now is that, people can just get on now just doing whatever. But then, they not putting no money on you unless they know they trust their investment. So they teaching you how to perform, talk, business, all that. Write songs. Like, they will sit down. Like, we sitting down. Like, I remember one of the first classes, right? We sit down. They pulled up Drake, Best I Ever Had. Right?
Classic.
Yeah, they pulled up the lyrics and we went through the song bar by bar. Right? And how he shifts tones, bridges, all of that. Right? And I'm like, damn, like I ain't, they take you in depth on, how the song was constructed. Then they say, all right, who's your favorite artist? At that particular time, I think my favorite artist was Chinks Drugs.
Oh, yeah.
I like listening to Chinks a lot.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chinks. So it's like, all right, we want you to go home, right? Listen to a Chinks song. Write the song, write a different version, just like how Chinks would write it.
See, Chinks, his style was different. Very
right?
different. So that's not easy.
Not easy.
To
So you gotta go
home. His vocals
home.
were crazy.
But what they teaching you how to do is they teaching you how to structure a song.
Yeah.
At that particular time, I only knew how to, write a hook, just because of just melodies, right? And I never really used to know how to like write a 16 and make it flow or change it up. I didn't know how to do that. So I go home, boom, I rewrite the song, come back, I rap it. I rap the song, but it sound like me. So that's when it started clicking. Music is really just somebody copying the other one. But if you perfect your craft, it's gonna sound like you. Right?
Sampling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pulling inspiration.
Facts.
Will be a
facts. So that caused me to grow into my own person to know how to, this how I know how to learn to write to whatever.
Yeah.
They teach you literally I can write to whatever because
But that's smart because then you can stay. I mean, unfortunately, the reality is that's how you stay relevant, right? If you could never formulate to the Migos sound or whatever the case was,
why think Drake's so good?
Exactly. He can. Same thing with even Jay-Z though, because like Jay-Z kind of switched up his flow as time went by. Because if he was still doing the same, mid '90s crack rap he was doing
Facts.
in the late 2000s, it wouldn't have hit. It would have became just a bad.
You gotta evolve. So like they literally like teaching you like, yo, bro, like I'm pretty sure like they don't really have development camps like that. I'm not sure, but back then it's like they before a label signs you and puts you out there, unless you have a single deal, if you have a real like Chris Brown, I'm 100% sure that's what he went through.
Yeah.
Because when Chris Brown came out, like it was like a boom. This man know how to dance.
Yeah, he can do backflips while he's singing.
Yeah.
I seen him live.
He probably went through that shit for a whole year.
Yeah.
And then they was like, all right, green light this guy.
Yeah.
It's green light time.
For
Time to
sure.
go. He ready. So I knew. I'm like, damn, like we come out of that. I'm like,
well, that and then you got a good point. Like I think most artists have to come out of a boot camp like that because rarely do you see somebody blow up and then develop their style.
yeah.
When you hear them first, that's what you're getting.
That's what
now
you're
they could conform a little bit over the years and switch up a little bit. But like for instance, if you listen to 50 Cent, his first like before he got signed by Shady, right?
Shady.
It was a completely different flow. It wasn't that good, but it was cool, right? And it had some good bars. But then he gets signed, you don't hear anything from him. They almost take away his music.
Facts.
And then
Boom. Here
in
come-
the club.
And if you listen to I'm glad you brought that up. If you listen to any like 50 Cent documentary and stuff like that, even when Jay-Z was like, yo, they're in the studio like, yo, 50 coming. 50 coming, y'all. Hey, when
Because he's hearing them develop him into this.
They know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yo, 50 coming. We don't know who the
That's
hell
like what-
50 is.
Right.
But they do.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he coming.
That whole video is kind of that. The in the club video is him like working out and shit.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably what it was.
It is.
Yeah, because it shows Dre even with the fucking notepad. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
They was like, yo, 50 coming.
Like,
we don't know who the hell 50 is.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, they like, yo, we need to get our act together because once 50 come, like, it's over.
Yeah.
And he came and it was over.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's dope.
You know, that was like a.
But I mean, there's so many rappers that are, I mean, even like Snoop. Like if you hear like Snoop's underground stuff, it doesn't really sound like his other shit. But that's dope. And honestly, like, okay, so Wayne, he around the time when he went to college, if you remember the timeline of his career, right?
All right.
Right when I think probably Go DJ came out, and I want to say that's what it was. He was like transformed, and it seemed like overnight. Because if you listen to him like back on the early Cash, it was like wabbada wabbada wabbada. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really saying shit.
He was doing kind of the juvenile flow kind of thing.
Yeah, but like he never had bars.
Yeah, he wasn't. That wasn't him.
And then
he kind of replicating like
exactly. And then he like kind of disappeared for a little while. And then like when he started going to college, then he came out and Fireman and all that shit and just fucking blew the fucking roof off.
They really like. I would specify. They really back then before all the internet shit. They really back then took time to develop artists. Like they was really like, yo, like you got talent.
We're definitely missing that.
Yeah. Of course.
And that's because the label isn't as important anymore. Anyone can kind of blow up independent.
Facts.
Not anyone, but you know what I'm saying, so to speak. Anyone that has the right whatever marketing or whatever the case is to develop their brand.
You can blow up on TikTok right now.
Exactly. You could. So there's no one really that knows the game like an OG to sit there and be like, I want to create the ultimate rapper out of you.
Facts.
And this kind of begs the question of like, is that something that you need to be incredible, to be the best, to be great,
to be sustained?
You need somebody to kind of unlock that for you. You need somebody who knows what they're doing, but also at the same time, that's how everyone gets taken advantage of, right? Because most of those dudes. They do get taken advantage of, but there is a way I feel like that you could do it respectfully and like with them and also grow with them, but get what you deserve because you were part of creating this person what they actually are. You know what I mean?
Like back on Drake, whoever made him, you know, I'm sure there was a team of writers and a team of producers and a team of whatever to really sculpt his sound.
Right.
They deserve the credit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's 40 and whoever else.
40's producer, and 40 needs a lot of recognition too, because without a dope producer, like you it's only
and I feel like he does more than just make the beat. He's like an actual producer.
I watched I don't remember where I watched it, man, but 40 had released something, and it's just shows like hours. This man spending hours like going over Drake shit, like hours. Drake not even there. Like Drake done came in, do what he gotta do and leave. And 40 just did hours just lacing shit up for him. So I think 40, deserve a lot of credit.
For sure.
And Drake is Drake, but it's no Drake without 40. I'm telling you right now.
For sure.
For sure.
I feel like Drake is the product. So when we say shout out Drake, obviously he deserves his credit, but more so when I say like, yo, Drake is amazing, I don't necessarily mean him as a person, that he's just this incredible artist, which he to a degree he is, but whoever's created this brand, whoever, shout out to his team. You know what I'm saying? Because it does take a team.
I feel like that for me too. Like I like now, like I got a team and like you see me, I'm the product, but like my team, like that I'm developing and I got now, like they go hard. Like
you're setting up all the
facts, like everybody, even y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the team that I got around me, that people that support me, wherever the case may be, that we spending hours in the studio, outside the studio, networking, whatever the case may be, like that's my team. So, I think you need that.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
the idea of, the novelty that's always like that one artist that just locks himself away in a room and creates this masterpiece, that's bullshit.
It is.
It takes a team. It really does.
Because even Twerk something, I mean, I know we kind of jumped forward, but since we on the topic, like that song got redone 3-4 times.
So let's talk about Twerk Some. For those watching, Twerk Some is your current single out right now with DJ Chose.
Right.
Everybody knows DJ Chose, thick, right?
Yeah.
Thick.
Yeah, as well as throw that ass, whatever. He's got a lot of hits. Going crazy on YouTube right now. What are you at? How many views you at?
It's at 230.
Okay, right about $250,000 right now. That's big numbers on YouTube.
Yeah,
and you didn't put any ad money behind that. You got it organic.
Nah, that's organic, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know that it was gonna do that. Now we are gonna, since I got the distribution deal. Now they're gonna be putting money behind it.
Okay, so there's a lot of things happening. Let's dial it back. You had been dropping tracks before the album came out. You would bring me a track and you'd be like, yo, what do you think? Run this. We'd run it.
We'll run
see
it,
how the crowd gets the reaction.
Yeah.
When you brought Twerk Some to me, I think you brought me like two different versions.
Yeah,
originally before DJ chose.
Right. I brought you the one with my full verse on there, no trolls. I told you like, yo, I just made this. And you was like, yeah, it go hard. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't done. I didn't bring up Chose. So when I brought you the song, I said, yo, this sound like
you wanted to get Pat, I think.
Yeah. I said, yo, this sound like some 3 6 Mafia shit. I reached out to Project. I want to get Project Pat on it. And you was like, yeah, I hear it. Because even not only me, a lot of people hear the song like, yo.
Because you hear that sample and then you hear the way the drums are programmed. It feels like 3 6.
Straight 3 6 shit.
Right.
I reached out to them. They said 6 bands to clear the song and everything. I said, bet.
That doesn't sound
crazy for a Project Pat. He's a legend.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
on down with that. I was about to give them.
Was this before the Drake album?
Which
or after?
This was after.
So for it still to only be 6 bands, because I would have thought his price went crazy after that.
This is after. So and this is where the whole team comes in because normally like I'll make a song, if it's club worthy, I'll take it to Dolo, be like, yo, hey, run this, let's see what it do. And sometimes he might be like, yo, you need to change this, or the bass needs to do this, or whatever the case may be. I'll go back and do it.
That's an insane advantage to have over any other artist who doesn't have a DJ homie running their track for them in a hot spot, in a number one nightclub, in a big city.
I have to earn that though.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
I mean, for sure. You have to earn that. And I'm not saying that so people are just like then going and giving the DJ music and being dickbags about it.
Because a lot of times I tell people to fuck off when they bring me music. Not necessarily in those words, but I'll just be like, yeah, I'll check it out when I get a chance.
Yeah. No, but you guys have a relationship.
And it was developed over time.
So he trusts me to enough that if I bring him something, it ain't gonna make him look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, because I ain't trying to look bad either. You feel me? So,
and if anything's to be tweaked, usually it's like some slight things with the sonic, because like I'm hearing, the other records get played through the system all the time, so I know like what it should sound like. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So the first time I bring it had a long intro. Then I had like a 12 or a 16. Then the hook, right? And I bring it to him. He listened to it. He's like, yeah, like this could work. But then I played it for Anarchy, and he's like, yo, we need to do this over.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I'm like, what? He's like, yo, we need to do this over. He's like, yo, cut the beginning. He was like, cut the beginning. Like, as soon as the beat.
What was that? But what was in the beginning at that point? It wasn't the twerk song.
The beat was an intro. Then the twerk some. Then it went into Let Me See You Twerk Something. The intro was like a lot longer.
See, the way I play, I like the 8-bar intro because I like to mix it in with that. Yeah, that's probably why to me it seemed
was good, because I think at the beginning it was like, I know this little freak, but I said it at first as like an intro, and then he was like, bro, cut that shit. He was like, soon as the beat come on, let's just go into Let Me See You Twerk Something. So we cut the whole beat. We cut the beat and we brought it in. Just like, as soon as the beat dropped, it just go into the hook. And he was like, cut your verse. He was like, cut your verse. All you need to say is start from the H-Town part. I know it's a little freak. She says she's from the H. So after I go back to the studio, this is like the third time. I go back and we do it. I'm like, oh shit, this shit sound, this is it.
Yeah.
So I leave the studio. I'm like, man, now this shit don't even sound like no fucking 3 6 Mafia shit. This shit sound like a straight
twerk record.
Twerk record.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. You know what? I'm in Houston. Let me get B King or DJ Chose. I was kind of siding with B King, and then Anarchy again was like, yo, he's like, I got plugged for Chose, bro. I was like, word?
So Anarchy was a huge part of this record.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I love hearing this. That Dolo helped out, Anarchy helped out. Everybody's got their own little their part in
making the
teamwork.
song. Yeah,
teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Sure.
Yeah, facts. So I reached out to them. He told me, he was like, man, since Anarchy is your man's or whatever, how much I pay? I think it was 3 bands. But then it turned into 5 because I was like, yo, I'm gonna do the video. So I think it turned into 5.
So for the feature, you wanted more?
Yeah. It was the feature and the video and all that. I think it turned into 5.
I see what's
See, this
going
is
on.
interesting from a business perspective because this is something I don't know, and I'm sure most of the audience wouldn't know either. Is that there's all these things come into play in a package deal when you're getting a
right. They will be like, if you hitting a major artist up, like they will tell you like you could get the verse. So this is game for any artist out there. Like when you hit an artist up for a feature, don't just ask for the feature because a dude could give you a verse and you put that shit out, next thing you know your shit blocked. Right? You got to know how much it is for the feature and to get the song cleared. All right? Because I had to get the song.
Wait, so artists would sell someone without clearance?
Absolutely.
That's so shitty.
Absolutely.
Hey, they spent so many years getting hustled by the
they're ready to hustle.
journalists. They're fucking.
Oh, they hit me, dog. I swear to God, my mans called me like when Future was here last month.
Okay.
Yo, they like, yo, Dirk want to do a song with you, blah blah. Like, how much bread you got? I'm like, bro,
This sounds like a setup.
I'm like, no, it's not a setup. I just know, like, yo, Dirk at least going for 100.
Right. Is that how much, he charges 100 for a
I'm
feature?
pretty sure. Like,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
I can
don't
see
know.
it. He's pretty
Right?
big.
But like if they doing verses and they come in the cities, that's how they get their bread up to, feed they, people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, like, absolutely not. and two, let's say if I say 50 and I pay him the 50, right? I'm really worried about getting my shit cleared. I'm like really paranoid about that.
Yeah.
Because
Because I know how to
have a hit, and then you can't do
I
nothing
can't
with
get
it.
my shit cleared.
Damn.
Right? So the only way that happens is if like you do everything at once. Like yo, I'm gonna do the song now. I'm putting it out now. Clear that shit while we right here, and we shoot.
Sign this paper.
So what
And
exactly is clearing it? They sign a contract.
No, you have to clear it through what you call it,
BMI ASCAP.
yeah, all that shit. So it's like when, for instance, I can just give you an example. When I uploaded the song, Twerk Something, they immediately hit me back like, yo, you gotta get chose to okay the song.
BM, I told you this?
No, I used at the time I used
Like DistroKid, one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
They like, yo,
You're familiar with this stuff?
Yeah, they
A little bit, not really.
They was like, yo, you got to get chose to clear the song. So
So it's like a hotline of like a lawyer that's like on call for that company.
They know, like your name is there.
DistroKid's like a website where you can essentially fast track releasing a
Send your
song,
songs.
right? You
Okay.
make a song, you put it up there, you say, I made this, I want it to be on Spotify, I want it to be on Pandora.
You pay
I
them
want it
X
to be on
amount of
all these
money.
things.
They
You
make sure
pay
you don't
them.
get sued.
Facts.
They do all the legal
So if
work.
there's samples in the record, they'll track down the people.
They ask you, well, if I put some beat out that I made that I sampled, they'll ask you, this is all your music, right? And I'm saying, yes, I'm
so
lying.
you're taking liability.
I'm taking liability
Yeah.
to then, if
But-
it blows up.
But what if you said this has a Dinah Summer fucking sample in here?
Yeah, you gotta get that shit
They would contact her.
I imagine they would find out.
You gotta do
whatever.
that shit through BMI. So like what I do is before I even release the song, I make sure that it gets cleared on the back end. So I would submit all the information, royalty information to BMI, which I did. Make sure it's cleared. I sent Chose all the stuff to say, hey bro, like I'll make sure you're good. Your publishing company, all of that. We good. Down the middle, we good. After it got cleared, I uploaded it. They still gotta clear it. He still gotta clear it. And it took a couple days.
That's
Like,
gotta be nerve wracking.
Yeah,
you know
like,
you got something.
Now I gotta wait for this dude to clear this, bro. I mean, I don't know him personally.
Yeah, and
but
you
I'm
don't
trying
want to bother him. You're like, I'm
Right.
trying to get this done. I don't want to hit you up every hour for
like,
it.
bro, I need this cleared, bro. And I'm talking to his representative, so it's like after like maybe like about 3 days, it got cleared, and it get cleared. I'm like, cool, bet. Like, let's work with that.
So let me ask you this. All right. From an artist's perspective, now there's two ways you could have gone about this, right? The one way would be obviously the way you go, which is probably the correct way, but hear me out. And that's, get everything cleared correctly before you even put it out there, just in case it pops off. It's going to be a lot harder to get it cleared after the fact for the same price, right?
Yeah.
Or there's what someone might do that puts out a record every week. They say, well, I'm not going to clear anything until something starts bubbling, and then I'll worry about the clearing, because then you can save the money, right?
Yeah, but
your risk can be. What's your take on that?
For me, you can do that, but I wanted to. I told myself when I started back doing music, I was gonna be more professional than everybody else.
So let's dial back. All right, because of the, not to interrupt, unless you want to finish your thought.
Nah,
but when you talk about starting back, we didn't get to the point where you were. Some people may not know. I know what happened. Where you were going on with your group.
Right.
You were getting label. You were on the label
camp. You're in the
you were in the boot camp
program.
We leave the boot camp because of differences as far as creativity, which is always happens. You know, they promised us a certain contract that didn't come in you know, in a time manner that we felt we wasn't getting the creativity that we wanted. So, you know, we decided to
were they kind of put you in a box, like, we want you to be this group?
They was like basically telling us like, yo, when y'all came here, y'all was this, we made y'all into this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's always that classic clash of
egos.
Egos.
They was
we
literally
made you. Without us, you would be nothing.
Facts.
Yeah.
They was straight up like, yo, like, we did this. Like, so I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all gonna have to say it. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of artists don't know, like, being signed to a major label is cool and all. It's just cool to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you got bread or unless you got a hit that they made or whatever off of money, like, yeah, like, you gonna sit right here and all you can say is like, yeah, man, I work for the label, but that's about it.
So I feel like
really,
that's like the Rocky Freshes of the world, right?
yeah,
Everyone
you get
signed,
and then you gotta get shelved until they feel that they want to take you out.
Yeah.
J. Cole even dealt with that. I mean, I feel like everybody who was signed to Rock Nation ever has dealt with that. That's the classic line, right? They shelf you.
Yeah.
Def Jam too, I guess, but I guess not to digress. Now,
I'm gonna pee real quick, sorry.
I got you.
explain for me the difference between being on a label and having a distribution deal.
So being on a label, they pretty much control everything that God's going on for you, and they're funding everything. So from and they taking a percentage of everything, a bigger percentage. So, you know, let's say your show money, let's say if you have a distribution deal, all your show money is your money.
Okay.
Right? If you sign to the label, they're taking a percentage of it because
they take money even off the live performance.
Facts, because, you know, they probably set it up. You know, you got a full deal. So when you got a full deal, your percentages and your royalties and all of that type of stuff is very important. Mastering, your masters, all of that is very important because you want to own your stuff at the end of the day, and you want a bigger percentage of, you know, whatever, or profit. Because at the end of the day, they're going to front it, right? They're going to front the bread, but you know you got to have it to where, like, when the funds start coming in, you making money too as well as them.
Exactly.
So that's the biggest part. Whereas a distribution deal, like right now, you know, mine's is 80-10. I mean, no, 90-10.
That's a great deal. 'Cause what's the typical, what's it, like 60-40?
On a regular deal?
Well, let's say a 360. Like what
A 360 ain't no 60-40.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I don't know.
A 360. I never signed one, so I never had one in front of my face. But they pretty much take like over 50% of your stuff.
So
let's say
it might be 60-40.
The best way I could break it down
for you.
I could
You're getting the lower.
I could break it down to you like what they teach us in class. It was just like, all right, we give you $1 million, right? That $1 million, you owe them that, right?
They're just fronting it to you.
They front you that million. Like back then, most dudes would, you got a hot single, right? You got a hot single. That's cool. You don't know that you're getting fucked on your show money, all this other stuff. So it's harder to pay back that $1 million.
They wag that carrot in front of your face.
Right.
They're like, we're going to give you $1 million.
And most artists are probably like, well, I'm going to go get a car and some jewelry. And
Buy my mama a house.
Yeah.
And I guess you can't, like, how do you see past, you know, you're in the big conference room with the label. You got this contract in front of you. They're telling you they're going to
$1
give you
million.
You're like,
You're
I'm
young.
here. I made it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, sure. I got to pay it back. Fine. I'm here. I made
Yeah.
it. 50 Cent is represented by this label or whoever. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
I am now.
I'll make this 10 over.
But his deal is a
exactly.
lot different. So it's like you gotta think, and then they tell you, yo, we signed you to an album deal, so we need that album. We ain't giving you nothing else. So
Damn.
so guess what? You done bought a car, a house, whatever, taking care of whoever. Now you left with $15,000 to try to recoup this million and make an album.
and
you still
they're
gotta
not going to pay for. They're not paying for the production. or
we
nothing.
just gave you $1 million.
Yeah. Damn.
We just gave you $1 million, and this is what you did with that. I'm not asking no questions, bro. I'm not asking no questions. I need my $1 million back.
Yeah. That's crazy, but that's the reality of the game.
Yeah, like
That's how so many people get fucked. And I think that like having these conversations is great. I hope artists listen, and I hope they realize. And you have seemed to, you went through some things, but thankfully you didn't get signed to some fucked up deal.
Nah,
where you're
like we
dealing
did.
with it for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Facts. I mean, I wanted it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, hey, I was like, yo.
At the time, you would have took that money.
Man, I would have took that shit so quick, bro. I was fresh off the boat, so it's like all I was thinking was what you see on TV, like, oh, you make a song, you get signed, you on.
Yeah.
But then you're not realizing that you don't hear from this dude ever again, type shit. So, boom, fast forward, we come back. We like, man, we finna do the independent thing, cause now it's like 2012, independent.
It's bubbling. That's what's.
It's starting to bubble.
Yeah.
So like,
Chance paved the way a little bit. He's at the forefront of it.
so mind you, we kind of been connected because when we were on Austin before we went to Atlanta, even when we came back, any artist, any tour came through, we was opening. So the Kendrick Lamar opened up for him. Macklemore, they had Kendrick Lamar, Macklemore, Wiz. Like they used to have like a lot of these artists. What they'll do is like if they bubbling in like a certain state and nobody really know about them, they'll bring them to Texas, and then we would like open up on the shows with them because a lot of people may not know them, but they know us,
Right.
So that they kind of bring in our fans,
And then they're seeing them. Oh, damn.
yeah. Next thing you know, boom, motherfuckers take off next month. Like, what's going on with us?
Yeah.
So. We come back. We decide to do not necessarily a distribution deal. We signed with an independent label in New York, but their funnel was Def Jam. So we was like, okay, cool. Like let's do that route because obviously we get a better percentage going that way.
And they have the ties through Def Jam.
Correct. They got us a house, all that in Atlanta, but we had to move back to Atlanta. So it was like, okay, we each got 30 was getting 30 bands. Each, so there's 4 of us this time. My brother is with us now.
120,000.
Yeah, 100.
That was basically the
Upfront.
signing bonus.
Yeah, up front.
And that you didn't have to pay that back. That was one of the deals, or was it?
Nah.
Okay.
Whatever they give you up front, that's what they got.
Okay.
It's up front. You do that, they give you a house, and it was a 2-album deal, optional on a 3rd. Right? We signed it in July of 2013. Boom. Now we kind of smart because like, hey, like we know they done taught us. Universal done taught us how not to fuck off this money. So all right, cool. I need to get out my lease. My brother needs to get out his lease. My homie needs to get out his lease. We like, yo, we're gonna see through the lease. We're gonna record the album in Austin, right? And then at the end of November, we'll just pay out your lease, which was like a couple thousand. Go to move to the house in Atlanta, and then we'll go from there. Man, the last month. I moved out my apartment. Finna head to Atlanta. I get a phone call. Man, we just had a board meeting. Unfortunately, it ain't gonna work out. What? Just like that.
Took
Damn.
all the dreams, the
Everything.
plans,
All the homes that you got.
Album done. We done spent months in the studio, bro.
And all your own money, or all that money.
Nah, yeah. So like they wouldn't at that time, they wouldn't like physically give you bread. You would be like, yo, we need 6 hours of studio time. Cool bet, pay for it.
Okay, got you. So in a way, there was a silver lining, right? They funded the album.
Yeah, they
Do
funded.
you have rights to the album now because they pulled the plug on the deal?
I mean, yeah, but it never got out.
So you're still sitting on it.
Yeah, facts.
Would you ever like would you even have the capability to release it, or do they own rights?
Nah, we own it because the contract is up obviously now, because that was like 2000 and what?
What's
14,
the
13?
typical, like 7 year?
It was a 3-year. It was a 3-year contract. It was a 3-year contract. It was a deep contract, man. You know, I had lawyers involved, all of that type of stuff.
Okay.
I never tried to sue them.
Does the album sound dated now? Obviously, it's gonna.
Couple songs.
Okay. Is there anything you think you could one day maybe re-release? Or are you still in contact with your boys?
Yeah. So now, like, you know, I use them on a couple of tracks, like every now and then, like I'll like put them on the track.
Are they all still doing music, or it's kind of like
they do music?
You got back into it and they're like, maybe I'm gonna get back into it.
If I call their phone, like, my brother, he ain't touching it.
He's like, no matter what.
My brother ain't doing that.
Scarred.
Like, he's
traumatized.
My brother traumatized.
I mean, that's.
But he support me though. Like that's my main, you know.
Older brother, younger brother.
Younger brother. That's my main backing, but he's seen the same thing I seen.
Yeah.
So he rather not touch it, but he will, you know, because he gonna believe in me.
Yeah.
So he was still.
He supports you, but he ain't fucking with it.
He not. Yo, I would have to beg my brother.
Because I mean, I can't imagine you spent all that time and all these dreams and all this effort into this album, and then did they even hear the album before they pulled the plug?
Nah, but not well. Our representative did. So like it wasn't and this is exactly how it went. He was like, "Look, don't tell your brothers." Right? He was like,
"I'm never a good start to it."
He was like, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, no." He was like, "Give me 2 weeks. I'm gonna work out a situation." Because you got to understand, like once you plugged in with all these labels, they try to ship you to another one,
like trading cards. They're trying to trade you around. You're a free agent.
Like basketball players.
Yeah. So they trying to get somebody else to pick us up in New York. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks go by, it don't happen.
That's so
now I gotta tell them. Now I gotta tell them like.
And they're thinking if they can't shop you to another label, then what are they doing holding on to this?
Yeah, facts.
Because everyone wants to protect their investment.
At this point, are you having any feelings of like, damn, what the fuck? I want to be in control of my destiny. Like these guys that just dropped us, and now this guy's telling me maybe we can go over there, maybe he can get us over here.
And no one's gonna believe in you as much as you.
Right.
Sell it.
I'm desperate at the time because you know I had a part-time job. I had a part-time job at the time. I quit that because I didn't need it no more. I don't have a place to stay, so you know I'm like, dang, like I'm sleeping on my homie floor, and I'm just hoping that they call my phone and be like, all right, bro, like we got somebody to pick y'all up, like y'all good to go.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping for that. It don't happen. And then, you know, my brother was like, that's when he was like, yo, I'm done with this. He was like, yo, we're gonna move to Houston. I'm gonna get a job. I didn't want to come to Houston. I wanted to go actually to New York because that's where our connections were.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, let's go back to New York. We didn't want to go back to Atlanta because, you know, that year and a half we spent there, it was like, yeah, we knew people, but that's when we figured out like Atlanta's very like clicked up. Like they have a funnel. Like they really have a funnel. It's either you coming out of there like you coming under somebody.
Well, it's crazy because if you think about it, like when you remove all the smoke and mirrors, you find a lot of artists. Their father was in the label, or their cousin or whatever.
We did not.
If you're not one of those people, it doesn't matter unless you're like ungodly good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. No one's gonna push you because they're gonna put on their nephew. Yeah.
So it's like we was like, I didn't want to go over there. So you know we ended up coming here, and you know I got depressed. So I was like, you know, man, I ain't touching music no more, and I didn't mess with it.
How long did your career sit on the shelf? Would you say?
6 years.
Damn.
6 years away from the game.
6 years, up until 2021.
So what was the first record back? We Outside, right?
It wasn't the first record because I was telling Strategy earlier. I was like, yo, like I would go to the studio and I record, like, you know, I'll record here and there, put out something. Nobody would really know unless you like really been paying attention to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even post it on my social media. My social media page was like regular. Everything.
Were you kind of just more doing it to purge your soul of this?
Yeah, just if something come to my head, I just, you know, record it and put it out, whatever, you know.
See what happens.
Yeah, but then everything changed when I made Outside. I made Outside, and that's when like I was like everybody like it started gravitating.
Yeah, I don't know if Strategy ever heard. It was like it had a very like New York drill kind of vibe.
Right.
A little bit more energy.
A lot of energy, and like I literally made the song just for my homies to be on it. Like I got 2 of my homies on it. I got one of my homies that used to be in the group on it, and I just did it, and then it's like, oh snap, all right, cool, man, we got something. And as it continued to, I remember we went to Miami, and we had this club or bar or whatever. I'm lit. I tell the DJ, yo, got this song, play it. He plays it. He's like, bro, anything you put out from here on, send it to me. This shit lit type shit. I'm like, damn, like, this song really like, hey, man, like, oh, okay, cool. So I told myself, as now that I got a little bit of momentum, I'm feeling myself, let me just do a last hoorah, and call it a month today. I'm done with this. Like, I'm 31 now, like whatever. I do it, and while I'm doing it, I can't remember who called me. I was like, yo, bro, you need to do this. You need to do it. And I built up my connections to this point. And I've always told myself, I'm not doing music again unless I can fund myself. Because people don't understand. You need bread.
You need to be independent enough to
facts, bro.
believe, because you know the game, and you know what works and what doesn't. And if you wait on somebody else to tell you what is and isn't, then you might miss that wave.
Wise man told me, like, he was like, yo, you went through what you went through back then so you could learn the game. So when you come back, you know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool. I called my mans. He was like, okay, bet. He was like, I think I paid him like 4 or 5 bands. Flew to LA. We set everything up. We set the business side up. You always got to get your base covered. So we got the bases covered. And we started working on my branding. We worked on my branding for like 3 months. During that 3 months, we worked on branding.
Is that like getting together visuals and stuff like that?
Yeah, so like you have to figure out like a lane, like you gotta like what lane, how you want to look, all that, So you gotta get your branding right. Got my branding right. Visuals, photos, whatever the case may be.
Logo,
music, logos, all of that. Like what I'm saying, you need all of that. Got all of that straight, and from there we just started taking off. I met Anarchy the next month. I met through my brother, my older brother actually. I met at Anarchy, and since then we've just been grinding.
Can we talk about the Turks and Caicos record for a minute?
Hey, I love that. That's everybody's favorite song.
That's probably between that and Twerk Some. Those are like my favorite. Like when you brought when I first heard the Turks and Caicos record, I was like, this shit, it's got a bounce to it. I really fuck with that record. And I feel like whenever I play it, like the crowd always fucks with. And honestly, people at work, it's hot when people like the bathroom attendant or something would come up and be like, what was that song you played? Yeah. I got that response a few different times from Turks and Caicos.
I hear about Turks way more than I hear about Twerk Some.
Turks has one of those infectious hooks to it. Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
Turks, I love that record.
Who made that beat? Yeah.
Skis make that beat. Skis. So this goes back to the Beat King. I mean Beat Stars. So I spent a lot of time selecting the producers that
Skis does a lot of your beats, right?
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time, and this is part of branding, like figuring out like what producers go with me. So I spent a lot of time on Beat Stars.
Do you know what Beat Stars is?
No, I do not.
It's like what I mean. I was just suggested that I make one because I've been posting those videos of my beats or whatever. It's apparently just like a SoundCloud, right? Okay. But you put your beats up there. It's for producers, and then people can actually buy your shit from there, and you can make some money.
That's what's up. That's a good.
But it's a lot of. It's like you can't just find these guys.
Yeah, you got to dig, right? Just like SoundCloud.
How do you dig through BeatStars? I've never even been on it.
So at first when I first got on there, I'll search like a Gunna type beat or a Drake type beat.
So people put tags on there.
Yeah, and then you'll come up and you listen to it, and it's a lot of trash on there. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of decent guys on there too.
But yeah, of course, like anything, you have to dig.
But I'm a polished artist, so it's like for me, production is everything. So I would listen to a beat, right, and I'll be like, "Yo, this guy has good production. Let me go to his page and listen to his full catalog."
Yeah,
and I'll go listen to the full catalog, and I'll be like, "Okay, nah, he's not my style." So. I got 4 guys that I stick to now. Skis, Young Devontae, who made Twerk Something, Dior, and Shy Ghost. Is who I kind of stick with now, and you know they fit me.
Yeah.
You know, I've been trying to contact Skis. He's out there and he's from like London.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but Young Devontae I've been in contact with. Like I know, like we have conversation, and I just actually started messing with Shy Ghost. So, but Skis is like my go-to. Like that's we match.
It'd be dope if after purchasing so many beats from you, you could be like, yo, fly out here. Let's do an album together.
Yeah.
And just like get in the studio and really work together because you already know your styles mesh, right?
Yeah, that's
facts.
like the next level.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I'm trying to get a because he get enough money from me, so I'm trying to I'm trying to.
Hey, why don't you use a couple of those bucks?
While I'm filing my taxes, I realized that I gave you this much money.
Man, I think I paid like $400-500 for the exclusive rights to Turks.
So that's another thing, and this is a pretty what's the word here for a transparent platform that you can actually say what you pay for a beat, because a lot of people may not know, and me even as like being in the game, I don't really know what beats go for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what a Swiss Beats goes for.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
reading articles.
100 bands or some shit, like.
But at one point it was $250,000.
Yeah.
That was like,
That's
2000s when he was like up there, right?
yeah.
And then it was like, oh, if I get a Swiss Beats, I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously there's different brackets. He's got his 250K beats. He's got his 100K beats, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
He's got his $300 beats.
But then,
I need the $300.
But then with something
Put
like
the tag on
stars, it makes a person like that maybe wasn't in a position where he could even get paid for his beats now gets paid for his beats because he gets linked with an artist.
Right.
The artist is thinking, well, now instead of investing $100,000 into this record for production, I can do a record for $20K or $15K, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's got to be huge.
Yeah.
For independent artists.
You have different rights. So they give you leasing rights.
options.
Yeah, they give you different rights. So you if you just want to lease the beat and you're not really gonna do much with it, $50.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, for someone
ain't got no
watching right
rights
now who doesn't have a whole lot of bread, you could at least get it in the game, even
Yeah.
if you get burned on your first hit. You know what I'm saying? You could have minimum. You could take 200 hours potentially and put together an EP.
Yeah, facts. But
you're not gonna get rich off it.
You're not
but
gonna get rich off it.
can
It's a
do
start.
It's a start. And especially like if you're trying something out, because let's say if it does, kick up and it's moving, then you could always double back and be like, all right, I'll go ahead and pay, what I gotta pay for the exclusive
For the
rights.
exclusive.
With the $50 beat, would
Right.
someone be able to perform that out and make money off it,
Yeah.
or they
Not-
have all
you-
the rights to it?
You don't got no rights. I mean, you really can't. It's just for you to like. It would tell you like you could stream it X amount of times. You could do one video, whatever the case may be. But you don't really have much rights.
Is there a set price for beyond that, or are they going to say, "Well, you did that shit blew up and you got $1 million overnight. I need more for that."
Nah, most of the time it varies. Like it doesn't from like 300 to 5. That's what I've been seeing. It has this one producer on there. He be charging like 8 bands for exclusive rights, or some depending on what beat. They mean like, oh, we're gonna have to hash this out.
Are there any like major producers that have?
Yeah, I was just telling Strategy. I can't remember his name. He does a lot of Fabio Foreign shit. I did a song on one of his beats, but I just I leased it for like 100 or some shit.
Just to see.
Yeah, but if you wanted the exclusive rights, it was 8 bands.
So when you get the exclusive rights to somebody's beat, now you own it. They send you the stems of the beat. You have every tracked out, all the things. You can like
do your own mix down.
You can do your own mix down. You can maybe change the hi-hats if you want, because you're a producer, right? You started producing. If you heard something, you're like, I like that, but if I get it, I'm gonna switch this. You have the ability.
Yeah, so that's what I do now. That's all I do now. Like if I'm getting a beat, I want the stems.
Yeah.
Because like you never know. Like when I go to the studio, I need my engineer to do whatever we come up with.
Yeah.
So I need the stems. So I need certain rights to have that.
And if you get the exclusive, does the beat then have to come down off of BeatStars and it's gone? Like
it does, but it takes some time. Like I don't expect that to come off overnight. I don't even care if somebody else uses it, to be honest with you, because I already know what I paid for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, honestly, it's not gonna go crazy because I'm not a major artist yet. So,
but even in the major artist world, that happens a lot. Like if I think back to old school, like what was that Blackstreet record where they used the same beat as Tupac? I Ain't Mad at You. Don't leave me, girl.
Oh, don't leave me.
Yeah. That was the same beat as that, and so whatever producer, and they came out. I remember they came out like the same time, and I was like, how the fuck is this a thing? And then other people have done the same thing, like the Cheaper Sec remix of Bag Lady and Explosive.
There's many beats that y'all have heard that has multiple songs on it. Y'all just never heard it.
Yeah, or an artist might pick it up and never do nothing with it.
Yeah, he might be like, I don't even like this, and then he sent it to somebody else, and
there's the classic like Alchemist sold Razzcast the We Gon' Make It beat, the Jadakiss shit.
Yeah,
Razzcast never did anything with it. Alchemist then years later sells it to Jadakiss, becomes this huge fucking iconic
song. Was he able to do that because the contract let up after?
I don't know. I don't even think there was a contract. I think it was just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was just like verbal, like, here, you can have this or whatever it is. And then there was like beef once Jada released that.
Facts. Because I'm gonna be like, oh shit. And even when I was producing, like I would know like, oh yeah, hey, like 50, like they taking beats, like it's people's taking beats. So I'm gonna send it in, I'm gonna submit my shit in to see, and they literally like go through beats and pick one.
It's funny because I watched the documentary and I seen like you seen on the Kanye one, or you see like when Jay-Z would be like sitting down with Timbaland would be like, this beat's crazy, and you're like, oh, I know this beat, this is a Ludacris beat, but this is before Ludacris had it, and Jay's like, nah, that's not it. And goes to the next one, you're like, oh, this is so and so's beat, and it's like, nah, I don't want it,
because it got to vibe with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to vibe with you. So now, like I'm very particular on everything, and beats are very essential.
Yeah.
So you gotta find your guy.
Yeah.
So I found my guys. I'm good.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm ready, I just go. I listen to what they got. I'll be like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. So and I explore out too. Sometimes I might hear something from somebody else random, but I really pay attention to the production.
Yeah.
Because once the production is there, I'm pretty sure they are capable of making a beat that I like.
Yeah.
So I just go to their page and see what they got.
Do you have a studio in Houston that?
I go to Barron.
Where's that at?
It's actually right off Washington. It's like maybe like walking distance from Bottom.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah, facts.
And it's like it's one of your homie studios, or it's like a rentable studio.
It's a rentable studio. Everybody go there. Like a lot of major artists go there.
Yo, you gotta let us know next time you're going after a night out. We might have to pop out.
Nah, facts.
Oh, there's nothing I love more than hanging out in a goddamn studio.
Hey,
Smoking a blunt in the studio? Are you shitting me?
I'll be drunk as hell in there.
Hey man, the kids could come through it, and we might be able to help give some insight on the record.
I'm telling you, like, hey, it's even.
We need to do a skit. We need to do a skit on the interlude of your next album.
Yes.
Hey, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Because of comic relief. I already got an idea.
Well, let's not let them know because we don't want artists to bite it. We'll talk after.
I'm already there. Like, so I'm actually I'm gonna start recording in March. And we're gonna see what we come up with.
I like that.
I do got some fire coming though. Like
hell yeah. Like
I always think to myself, especially like when you release a song like Twerk, something that just took off. I'm like, dang, like how you gonna come back after that?
Yeah.
That's always the hard part. It's like,
but do you feel like maybe you found your lane with that record?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, this is what people want. This is what's working, especially in the climate that I'm in.
That's crazy that you brought that up because facts. Like I'm like, damn, now I'm known as an ass shaking nigga. Now, you know what I'm saying?
But there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes
fun music videos to film.
Facts.
Looks like you guys had a lot of fun at that music video for sure.
Oh man.
But I feel like it's also one of those things where it's like once you find that sound or that lane. If you get in that pocket and you ride it, you can at least get enough buzz going that you can put, if you want to do a deeper record on there, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be like when you listen to a Biggie album, right? It's not all juicies. It's not all One More Chances. It's not all Hypnotized. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But the records that go big are the ones that people want, you know.
So like, you got to be versatile. So, you know, if you have listened to my whole album, it's very versatile. I do have club records. I do have, you know, the records for the ladies.
You got something I could cry to?
I got a song called Myself, and I actually like it turned into like a song where everybody went like, man, that song depressing as hell, right? But
Strategy's into it.
Yeah, it's depressing, but it was just like, you know, I was really like, I just felt alone type shit. Like,
yeah, hey, sometimes you got to get out that vibe, and somebody will connect with it. Somebody's going through whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, you just got to be versatile, man. And, you know, I learned that, fortunate for me, I had to go through what I went through, you know, when I was younger. But it's groomed me to be the artist that I am today. And I feel like business is the biggest thing. A lot of artists they can't conduct business. I'm a businessman, so I know how to conduct business. The music there.
Yeah.
Right? The business probably going to go a long way.
He's a businessman and he's a businessman.
Yeah.
As famously said.
It's a great episode. I think it was a lot of good game. Hopefully somebody picked up on it and, you know, had their pen and paper ready and took it down. Let's talk real quick. I see your Dunkin' Donuts over there. And today I tried a new coffee.
Black Rifle?
I've had Black Rifle. It's pretty good.
Where you got the coffee from?
Perky Cups. Have you guys been to Perky Cups yet?
Man, is that the spot where they ain't got no clothes on?
I'm gonna put it like this. It's basically a Starbucks, but instead of blue-haired, non-binary, mask-wearing freaks, it's filled with Latinas
with no clothes on.
And it's kind of the coffee's pretty disgusting. I went through the drive-through with my wife and my daughter, and
some titties.
Luckily, my daughter, her car seat's facing the opposite direction, so she didn't see anything.
She wasn't scarred from the experience.
No, she's good. But I think I found my new coffee spot.
Even though the coffee's trash.
It's something about those 3-inch.
Those perky cups.
It's something about
those perky cups.
It's something about that G-string and those long fucking fingernails that my girl's like, I don't know. I don't really trust this shit. I was like, sweetie, this is good coffee.
Yeah, this is great. I love it here. Oh, man. Nah, I found out about that.
Do they have multiple locations? Or?
I don't know. I ain't never been there. I just know it's
one by my house. There. It's literally like around the corner from my house, so it's perfect.
I'm like, yo, she down to serving coffee naked now?
Well, that's what we were thinking. I'm like, so 2 coffees was $16. I didn't tip because I'm in the drive-thru and I couldn't really see her tits, right? But then it made me think. I'm like, how is a stripper gonna come here and serve coffee for at most $5 tip, right? There's got to be
small picture. You're thinking small picture because here's what's really going on.
Talk to me.
The Perky Cups girls have an OnlyFans, right? And there's a lot of traffic of men that come in there, and you hit on them a little bit. Oh, here's my Instagram.
I'll squirt for you for
the link to the OnlyFans. It's just a very nice feed of people.
It's a good advertising for their OnlyFans.
Exactly.
Facts.
I got you. Okay, I'm picking up what you're laying
That's
down.
how like the Twin Peaks girls, you see these hot ass girls that still work at Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are they still at Twin Peaks? Why are they not serving real bottles at a real nightclub?
Because they networking.
Because they have a steady income of just creepy dudes who sign up for their OnlyFans.
And pay $25 to look at their butthole.
Let the
I ain't going past 10, bro.
See, I
got my limit $10, bro.
Sometimes when I'm in my caveman brain, though, I'm just like,
I ain't going past 10.
She squirts in this one. Let's see, and then you get the video, and it's like,
this is trash.
A little dribble.
It's trash.
Yeah,
it's not squirt if it doesn't leave.
Yeah, I can't just see a little.
It gotta project. Yeah, it needs to project.
For sure.
I don't want damn, that she done got me, bro. She done got me, man. Fuck her videos.
I'm gonna tell you this. All right, the last time I paid for a video, and probably the last time I'll ever pay a video.
Okay.
There was this girl I followed on there. I don't fucking remember what her name is. Great body. She was a stripper at Heavenly Bodies. I don't know her personally, but I was a fan.
You know, you
so
a fan.
Exactly. So I'm she has like the free subscription, right? They bait you in. You see some tits, a little bit of ass, and then there's this video she's holding this massive dildo. I mean, massive, like the size of my arm.
Hopefully
Dildo.
she used it.
And well, here's what I'm thinking. And she's like, "Will this fit in my pussy?" 8-minute video. I'm thinking 8 minutes. It's getting in.
Facts.
Right?
Facts. I
So
got
I
to see.
pay the money. It wasn't cheap
How
either.
much was it?
I don't remember.
You remember?
At least
It was-
50.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't that bad. It was probably like $20. Hopefully, my wife's not watching.
I've spent like $100 on
Well, hold on.
shitty OnlyFans video.
100.
Hey, back.
100.
Nah, I
thought
mean
I was
total.
bad.
Total. Not
Oh yeah, no, total. I'm talking about one
I'm
video.
talking one video.
Nah.
What?
I think the most I paid for a video, it was Liz Cambridge. I don't know if y'all know.
Is she famous?
She
sounds like a
she a
professional.
basketball player. She a basketball player.
A basketball?
she-
What kind of freaky shit you into?
She bad.
See, I like short girls, so it wouldn't work
She-
for me.
Liz Cambridge. I don't know. And I'm telling you right now, I think Drake hit it.
He's hit a few.
I think
I
he
can
did.
see him hitting a WNBA star.
Bro, she be like posting, be bullshitting, be like charging like $50. The first she got me one time. I was like, yo, fuck this page. I only came here because I thought you was out here busting it open.
That's what I'm saying. So she's got this massive dildo, right? Gotta be 16 inches. I mean, big. It's big.
Thick?
What the fuck?
It's fat,
Kurt,
right?
She's not finna fit that in.
Well, she's a professional. I'm thinking maybe she's got a technique.
They call
And-
themselves sexual athletes now.
The whole time she's just like, not gonna work like that. And I'm like, this is like frustrating. Like, this is not hot at all.
It's just yeah.
It was terrible. So I'll never do that again.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
nailed.
Bigger isn't always better.
Yeah.
There's really nothing worse than getting let down on an OnlyFans page.
You know
I
what
hate
I'm
that
saying?
shit.
You're saving your nut. You spent your money, and you're like, what the
The
fuck?
fuck is this? I didn't spend my money. This is some bullshit.
I don't want to wish this at all into existence, but somebody's gonna firebomb the OnlyFans headquarters one of these days
Yo,
after one of
chill.
those incidents.
They have I think that's why they don't have a headquarters. That's why it's Splinter celled out. It's like you can't
Somebody
find any
got
of them
like, yo,
that complain.
I need
And
my
there's
money
definitely
back.
no complaint number. You can't be like, listen, I just paid $20 for this video. I am very unpleased with this fucking.
Can I
video.
have my money back?
Yeah, I'm gonna need my money back.
Because this
They're
is
gonna
some
be like,
nonsense.
Fuck you.
Like, nah, like, it's crazy. but-
OnlyFans refund call center videos
Yeah.
go hard.
that would customer service.
Customer service.
That's like customer service in a strip club. You're like, yo, this girl just scammed me out of $500.
I need my
Like,
money back right now.
Fuck
Thank
you. They beat your ass in the parking lot. That's what
I
happened.
don't know, man. It does.
yeah.
It does have this chick though. Actually, I didn't find out about her until she was in one of my videos, and I'm on Instagram like, yo, this shorty, wow, like she busting.
Is that the one that's in the most recent video?
Yeah, she
Okay.
busting it open on Twitter, TikTok,
Twitter, you can see a lot.
bro. I'm like, yo, you don't even need the OnlyFans. You don't. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
She's wild.
Strategy, are you familiar with that?
She's too wild for me.
Twitter.
Yeah.
porn?
Oh, big Twitter porn guy.
it's-
Big Twitter porn guy. And
I didn't even know that until like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Welcome.
Like when she was like, she posted a thing, and I was like, I clicked it, and I was like, yo, she crazy, bro. I need to get off here. She too wild, bro.
Gonna suck you in, huh?
So, nah, I ain't going.
if they're famous enough, they're OnlyFans. They have leaks on Reddit, so you could.
Oh yeah,
Google
you're right.
them,
Sometimes
OnlyFans.
not
I'll
even
get-
famous ones. I'm gonna be
You
honest.
put me on game.
I will be honest with you. Sometimes before I spend the money,
Yep.
I'll go ahead and do a
Just
quick
take a
Google
peek.
search just to see if anybody's leaked it.
Yeah,
And you might be surprised.
Y'all put me on game. Y'all put me on game. I got
Yeah. Well, you sat here for about an hour and 15 minutes. Put us up on Music Industry Game.
We'll give
It's
you some
really
porn
the only
game.
way we could repay you.
I appreciate that, man. You know, what I'm gonna have to.
One hand watches the other.
I'm gonna have to check that out, man. Hey, Reddit.com. Let's go. See what we got.
That's
What we
it.
got. All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Hell
For real,
yeah.
because
I appreciate
sometimes
you.
they need some game, bro. They need some
Absolutely.
game.
Teach the youth.
Yeah,
Facts,
bro.
Facts.
We're definitely gonna have to do this again. I mean, I feel like maybe we should set up at some point a whole record release. You release a new song, you could do like a party maybe on a Friday
Facts.
night at Bottled. We could film.
Well, he did his album release on Monday.
I did do my album release.
Anarchy DJ. I was there.
Yeah, it was a dope
Wait,
turnout.
this Monday?
Nah,
No, it
we
was-
did that
it was
in
like a couple months ago.
Okay.
November.
I was gonna say what?
It was dope. It was dope. Like, you know, a lot of people came out and supported.
It was
you know,
packed that night.
Yeah.
For a Monday, it was crazy.
It was crazy, and it was what happened was, so the Friday, so the Astros ended up winning, right? And Dolo told me on Saturday, he was like, bro, you have a chance for it to be more lit than what it is because you might get some rollover crowd. So I go out on Sunday. All the little promoters that I knew, I told them, I was like, yo, tomorrow pull up to Blonde, blah blah blah. They're like, yeah, we got you. So like by the time we got there, it was like the Astros fans was kind of like leaving. You know, we coming in, some stayed, and you know, I was like, damn, like this got potential to be a dope ass party on a Monday night. And I said, it was lit. Motherfuckers was popping bottles. We popped a couple bottles. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. It was
a good time. And it was cool because Anarchy would go through. He'd run a couple tracks from the album and then run some other stuff, kind of keep everybody engaged.
Bro,
but it worked.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah.
We didn't think of that at first. We didn't think of it at first. And then while we were doing it, it was like, yo, let's just run it in. And then,
there was a record that was off that. And I keep wanting to say it was like something about like, it wasn't Posse on Broadway, but it was something like kind of like that, where it was like something you were on some street. It kept referring to a street where you guys were going out. What the fuck was that record? Oh, damn it!
Damn,
I sound like an asshole not knowing the name of it.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, man, it's all
I
good.
feel like a piece of shit.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out before the end of the.
But yeah, like it was a dope night. How we flowed it was perfect.
Yeah,
man.
and each
people
record made
engaged.
sense to what he played next.
Everybody was engaged the whole time. So
you should. I think you should do another party like that for a single rather than just the entire record itself.
Yeah,
you could do that. That'll get a little buzz too. You know, every time you do
world premiere.
Yeah, world premiere.
We can say Sean Mac world premiere.
Premiere. Yeah. I remember that.
Yes,
so
sir.
I think we're gonna see. I'm gonna be back home on Monday.
Oh yeah, you have Bell Sunday. Are you doing Bell?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Bellfest Sunday.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna be on Bellfest. I actually stayed to do that. I was supposed to leave today. Actually, I'm gonna stay to do that. I'm going home. I'm actually recording a song. I'm gonna go home and shoot the video.
Get the bandmates together.
Correct.
Fuck a couple girls
Putting
in
the
the
band
street.
back together, baby.
I don't know about the street, but you know what I'm saying.
You're hitting Carnival though, right?
Of course.
You guys got your outfits picked out? Or
Nah, I ain't picking no outfit out.
Nah, you ain't going like that?
Nah, cause y'all gotta understand. Like y'all think we party here, they really party. Like these motherfuckers don't go home. So like if you sign up, bro, like and you down, like it ain't no. All right, y'all, I need a break.
You're going. It's 24 hours.
Bro, like bro.
So you're thinking comfort over
Fact.
fashion.
You don't want to overcommit.
Nah, I ain't overcommitted.
So, for those that don't know, but might remember the Jay-Z Big Pimpin' video, that was Carnival in Trinidad, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
That
Facts.
shit looked lit.
Yeah, it's lit. Trust me, it's lit. It's a good time. But
Strategy, I think we might have to go down
y'all
there.
gotta go.
would
Y'all gotta
love-
come.
I need more out of this country experiences.
Bro, it's a good experience. It's very expensive, I would say.
I was told by this 26-year-old bottle server who recently got stabbed by her baby daddy that I'm privileged. And I need to go experience some things.
You're right.
outside
Check your
of
white
this
privilege,
country.
Strategy, because I can smell it from here.
Damn, baby daddy, we gonna skip the first part?
I've met a couple of those out here. Is it the same one that was stabbed like a...
judging me, and you have children with a man that's trying to kill you?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense when you hear the stories.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm single.
These girls are all
Ladies.
delusional. The
It's
best.
wild.
Hey, you got two of them right here.
Hey, we single, baby.
You know?
Come on.
Ready to mingle. You know? But it's all good. It's all good. You know, we had a good time. We could do this again for sure.
Yeah, we got it.
Because I got a lot of game. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of game. I done seen some shit.
Yeah. And I think that we should even do a live from the studio vlog.
That'd
Fact.
be dope. That would be real dope.
Hey, no, we need. That's
We're inviting
content.
ourselves to your
That's
studio. We're like, after work, we're just going to come by. It's like, yeah.
Smoke blunts and drink Hennessy in the studio. I'm going to be honest.
Wait. What makes you think my man isn't drinking
Because every time I
Casamigos?
try and make him take a goddamn shot of the bottle,
That's
he
true.
goes, you know I don't drink this,
Drink,
but I'll do it.
And he
He
might have a song that
Called
references Hennessy pretty heavily. You're right. Yeah,
Yo,
actually.
I had to stop drinking tequila because I realized like not remember anything that happened the night before. I don't wake up.
Yeah.
I had to stop.
Yeah, it does that. It does have that effect.
Bro, I had a whole night off tequila. I don't remember. I still don't remember.
I have a few of those every week.
Yeah.
The thing about tequila, though, like, with the exception of, like, copious amounts, right? I can, like, wake up the next day and function like a normal
That's
human
how I
being.
am off
If
Henny.
I drink dark liquor,
It's over. Now that's how I am off Henny. Like I'll drink a whole half a bottle of Henny. Wake up tomorrow like ain't nothing happened.
You don't ever want to fight people on this?
Nah.
I always want to fight people.
Nah,
Well,
I'm chilled.
there's, everyone's got their preference.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
I need to stay. Pick your poison.
I tried to be down with y'all with this reposado thing, and I realized it wasn't working for me. Like,
You're right.
Dennis kept telling me, like, bro, like, yo, you not drinking that no more.
Yeah.
At all. So I just had to stop.
You have to be a responsible adult.
Yeah. I might take like one shot, but that's about it.
Well, a little self-induced amnesia never hurt anybody.
Sometimes it's better to forget things.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I don't know, man.
Unfortunately.
I just woke up at my house. I don't know how I got there.
Yeah.
But at least you made it there.
Yeah, I functioned.
Could have been worse. You could have woke up in the drunk tank at Harris County Jail.
I function. I do the right shit.
That's what I said.
I just don't know what the fuck I just did.
I kind of go into an autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot, completely autopilot.
Yeah.
I be like, at least I made it home.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So but Henny, I'm good. I'm vibing.
Yeah. Cheers to that. We're gonna drink some reposado. We'll get you some Hennessy tonight. We're gonna have a good time. The Strategy and Dolo show every Friday night. Bottle Blind.
Let's get it, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes,
Classy
sir.
FP in the fucking building. Thank you for coming through. And
wait, real quick. What's the FP stand for?
Fresh Prince.
All right, that is.
Yeah.
CLIASSY.
Shit. Yeah.
The I is silent.
I is silent.
And Twerk Something Record is actually spelled SUM.
SOM.
Well, the version you gave me is
Right,
SUM.
we was experimenting. You got the look.
I got the exclusive. Y'all got what I got.
So when we made it, you know what I'm saying? I like the engineer, he kept saving it like that. So we just kept that version just like that. So when we he kept renaming it that. So like when we finished it, he just kept it as his name.
So funny thing, real quick. When you gave me the record, right? I fucked with the final version with DJ Chose.
Right.
Or I think the third version with DJ Chose.
Yeah,
The
third final.
There's always more than one final.
Yeah. Final. The for real final.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to play it, especially once I started seeing it pop up on all the record pools. I was like, oh, this is bubbling for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep running this, but I don't mind the versions they made of it, but I really like the version you gave me, but I could never fucking find it. And it wasn't until I fucking discovered that it's because it was spelt wrong.
Yeah, you
and
had,
then I had to go ask
I remember
you.
one day you was like, bro, like I don't have it. I'm like, yes, you do. And I think you typed it in and then it came up. But yeah, you got to change. You got to change it, bro.
Yeah, I got to change.
You got to change it because Anarchist is the same one in this file, but he changed ours the other day.
Anarchy seems like a little more organized DJ.
Yeah, I kind of. If you've seen my home screen, it's just a lot of fucking.
His shit is like.
It's organized confusion. I mean, it's like when you ever see
Easy Pharaoh.
the usual suspects, where he's like, when you step back and you look at it from a distance, it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
You know, it's just.
Nah, but you definitely. I still have it on my computer as the SUM version, but like it's SOM.
For sure.
So
Hell yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Episode 82. Make sure you drop a little comment if you're on the YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow Classy FP, Dolo-matic, Strategy and Dolo.
Yes,
part of the
sir.
strategy.
Feel free to cash app Strategy to get some deodorant because his fucking pits are sweating. Heavy.
Oh shit! Hey, I just
Heavy.
It's all good. It's all good.
I mean, my man brought the heat.
He did bring the heat.
My man brought the heat today.
The Trinidad ghost pepper heat.
Facts.
What's the pepper out there? They got Scotch bonnet?
Bro, that should be hot. I ain't fucking with none of that.
I love hot food.
Yeah, nah. I gotta put you on game. I got y'all.
All right.
Come on.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Oh shit.